what we're experiencing right now is one of the most heartbreaking weeks in American history, certainly in Minnesotan history. We woke up at the beginning of this week to, as we all know, a disgusting, disturbing video of Mr. George Floyd being wrongfully killed. He was unarmed. He was not aggressive. He begged for his life. He called for his mom. And bystanders screamed, "This man is dying." And over the course of a 10-minute video, we see the life squeezed out of Mr. Floyd. Anger over his death is understandable. Sadness, pain, heartache, frustration is legitimate. We have in our community right now an enormous number of people of all ages, of all races, of all backgrounds, who agree that Mr. Floyd should still be alive. We have in our community an enormous number of people of all ages, of all races, of all backgrounds, of all neighborhoods, who are looking to see not only one, but all four of the officers involved in his death be fully held accountable. We have an enormous number of people in our community who are heartbroken by the fact that the name George Floyd does not stand alone in history, but that it joins
I told you.
too long
but this truth shall be told.
and too rapidly growing list of names of
I don't care who don't listen.
unaggressive African-American men who've lost their lives wrongfully at the hands of law enforcement. And the frustration that time and time again we've seen
Hey y'all,
no one held accountable.
I promise I won't be on here long. I just got one question.
We have an
That's all.
enormous amount of legitimate frustration of people who ask,
Okay, I'm gonna put this up
how
in the
long will
link.
it take?
I'm
People
gonna put it
who
up
ask,
on
how egregious does it have to be?
Facebook.
People ask, how blatant does it how well documented does it have to be for someone to be held accountable for George Floyd's murder?
Okay, I'm gonna put this up on Facebook so you know what I'm talking about. All right, so yesterday, I said something about Dr. King. Okay, I said that when the tragedy happened and Dr. King marched in California, they rioted. They did all this mess that they shouldn't have been doing. All right, this Mayor Carter says that, and like I said, I'll put it up on Facebook, says that the people who were doing all of the rioting, all of the looting, all of the this, all of that were outside. I call them outside agitators. He said that they were out of state. Okay, they were out of state. This is what I was just talking about in my last video. It seems like every time that I say something, the Lord comes back and confirm what you said. Jesus said out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, I need you sitting over here. Jesus said out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, his truth will be established. Is that not what he said?
Yep.
He said out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, his truth shall be established. Like I said, I'm going to put up the video. Whoever want to watch it, you can watch it. It was outside agitators coming in doing all this mess, doing all the looting. They did this in Dr. King's time. And they blamed Dr. King for it. And Dr. King said, I don't know these people. They set up by the government, for the government, to go in and destroy. They did
it in Memphis too. That's why he went back.
Yes, they did it several times. And they blamed Dr. King I'm just, I'm trying to figure out what part don't black folk understand. The sensible black folk. Not these niggas, the sensible ones. What part don't y'all get, bruh? This is all a setup. Sure, it's a tragedy that we had to watch that young man's life be taken. That shit angered me. And it's because I got a son. I got 2 boys. God knows what I'll do about my children. There's an old saying in my family, if you mess with a mungeon and their children, you just lost your life. Because I don't know not nary mungeon that's going to play about their children. I'm quite sure everybody else, most people feel the same way. The thing of it is this. They was just having a peaceful protest. All of a sudden, chaos. What does that do? It adds fuel to the fire of the injustice that has already been done. Why don't people understand this, man? Black power, dude, just like Dr. King say, I don't believe in black power, I don't believe in white power, I believe in power for all men. Because Jesus had all power in his hands. He said, I died for all men, not just the black, not the white, not the Mexican, not the this. I died for all. He proved that when he stretched his arms out wide. He said, whosoever will let him go. You know what's so sick about this? You got people that go to church and tell me I'm a fool for not supporting black power. Are you fucking dumb? There is no separation in heaven. I cannot condone, just like Dr. King said, I cannot condone black power because that is a racist thing. Stokely Carmichael thought, black power. And that's why they killed him too. Dr. King loved everybody. Oh, he's a porch monkey. Oh, he's a dick. Whatever. Guess what? If he hadn't have given his life, if he hadn't have been the sacrifice, your black behind probably wouldn't be here.
That's right.
I'm just being real. This man carried the weight of the whole world on both of his shoulders. He got a taste of what Jesus Christ went through. But my question is this not history repeating itself? Is this not history repeating itself? Where did these agitators come from? The young man that was killed in Brunswick, I can never pronounce his last name. What's his last name?
Aubrey.
Aubrey. Outside agitators came in marching down the damn street with guns, AR-15s and all this mess. The Black Panthers. Well, where the hell were y'all when he was being murdered? And then guess what they did? These niggas went right back to Atlanta and left Brunswick to themselves. You see what I'm saying? But people not understand. It's a setup. It's a setup. If you go back to my earlier video, I was just saying, this reminds me of Dr. King, man. People come, like I said, this mayor, I'm going to put up, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and post it. This mayor said that the people that was doing this were from out of state. It says St. Paul mayor, everyone that was arrested last night in his city from out of state. That's what it says. I'm going to go ahead and post it. I'm going to put I told y'all. I'm going to get Ebonic on you. People don't like the truth, but I guarantee you, if I had about 4 or 5 women on here popping it and dropping it and twerking it and working it, oh, boy, that's good right there, boy. Oh. Man, you know, I'll do something with that. And you couldn't even get her. Let me tell you something, babe. I got plenty of fine females that are friends with me on my Facebook page. Jesus said there's a time and a place for everything. One thing about me, baby girl, I don't hide who I am. No, why should I? I ain't scared of nobody. Why should I hide who I am?
Jesus knows who you are.
My question of the day is, why nobody listening?
People don't like truth.
They don't like truth.
People don't like truth. They like drama,
Yep.
sex.
Yep. Violence. Now, I got one more question, then I'm gone. I'm out of here. I appreciate who's never still on. God bless you. I appreciate you. I got one more question, then I'm out of here. The title of this video, what happened to Jeffrey Epstein? What happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. Nobody ain't going to believe it, but I'm going to tell you what happened. Jeffrey Epstein had names that he dropped. And if nobody know who Jeffrey Epstein is, look him up. He had names that he dropped. This man had his own private island, getting underage girls to go over to his private island. Okay? Getting underage females, girls to go over to his private island. He had connections to the Clintons. And this is a matter of public record. It's on YouTube before they snatch it down. Because they ain't snatched it down yet now. He had connections to the Clintons. He had connections to the Obamas. He had connections to Trump. He had pictures with them. They parlaying together. They over there on his island. All of a sudden, because the public made an outcry about what he has done. Because the public made an outcry for what he has done. They arrested him. Okay, watch this. They arrested Jeff Epstein. They threw him in jail. Come on, somebody. All this came out about the Clintons, the Bushes, the Obamas, the Trumps. Names was just being dropped everywhere. All of a sudden, 2 guards fall asleep on duty. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I done been up that road, okay? I ain't never seen 2 guards fall asleep at the same... What y'all got? The drops? I ain't never seen... And mysteriously, the video is unavailable. It's got a glitch in it. No. I'm going to tell you what happened, and y'all ain't going to believe me anyways, but I'm going to tell you what happened. Even though I wasn't there, but I'm going to tell you what happened. This was a high-profile case. They had to shut him up in hopes that it would go away. Oh, he committed suicide. That man didn't commit no damn suicide. And y'all a fool if you believe it. That man did not. Okay, he only got suicidal when he got into the jail.
Everybody commits suicide.
Everybody commits suicide now. Let's make a suicide call. Come on, everybody. No. Somebody was put in there. They say it was an inmate. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. The FBI, the CIA can get into, they can infiltrate your kitchen cabinets if they want to. They can bug your whole house if they want to, and you will never know it's been done that way. They can dress up like, they don't need your permission. They don't need the officials' permission. I'm going to go and I'm going to be a correctional officer. What they need your permission for? They'll tell you straight up, if you don't let me do this, you're going to lose your job. How about that? Of course, they're going to try to bribe you, but if you ain't taking the bribe, okay, well, you can go. We'll deal with you accordingly. I'm just letting you know this is why Kennedy wanted to disband the CIA. Kennedy said there is no reason for a secret organization like that. And then they killed Kennedy.
And they was going outside of their jurisdiction.
But they say one man killed Kennedy. Okay.
They say one man.
The magic bullet. The magic bullet. That bullet just started bouncing everywhere.
And his brother he had a magic gun because they found 8 bullets, but the gun only held 7.
Amazing. See, people. Jesus said, "My people perish because of lack of knowledge." If you guys saying anything to me, and I'm not, it's not because I'm not ignoring you. My mission thing is turned off. Jesus said, "My people perish because of lack of knowledge." Okay, what happened to Jeffrey Epstein? All of a sudden, COVID-19. Okay, I believe I have to go back and look at it, but I believe that Jeffrey Epstein supposedly took his own life in the end of 2019, at the beginning of 2020. This thing became first it was an epidemic. Then it became a pandemic this year because people were still talking about, I mean, guess what? It was all over the news about Jeffrey Epstein. What happened to it?
You don't hear no more.
What happened to it? What happened to the news feed about Jeffrey Epstein? What happened? You can't even really turn on the TV no more and see anything about Jeffrey Epstein. The government got a great way of covering up their tracks. But can they cover up, government, I'm going to ask you a question. Can you cover up your tracks with Jesus? Jesus said, whatever done in the dark gonna come to the light. You can be sure your sins gonna find you out. See, nobody don't like this truth, but I don't care.
All secrets gonna be exposed.
So what happened to Jeffrey Epstein? Somebody please tell what happened to it. What happened to it? Now that people are starting to realize the government lied to us about all these people that died. People are saying, they ain't money saying, go research it. People are saying they was on the White House lawn. They said not that many people died. They made it to be something. So watch this, people. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. When these people said it's not true what the government is telling about all these people dying, and they still doing this shit today. 200,000.
Yeah, they say your uncle died.
Yeah. Y'all may think I'm lying. I'm sorry. Thank you. Y'all may think I'm lying. I'm sorry. But they put on here, my uncle blacked out taking his beautiful wife to work. Okay? He blacked out and flipped his car. He flipped his car. When he flipped his car, he broke his neck, right? Coming out of Blackshear. Flipped his car, broke his neck. He was still alive for a little while to speak to his wife. When they took him to Jacksonville, he passed away. He had a seizure and he passed away. No soon after the funeral, people talking about my uncle died from COVID-19. It was all on the freaking internet. They was telling his wife, Miss Michelle, on her job. She told us. She said, how about people talking about I said, I told you. I told you. They talking about Troy Sneed died from the cook. Nigga, prove it.
The family never put out a statement.
Exactly, the family never put out a damn statement. So prove it. Prove he died from COVID-19. You got 100,000 people over here, 50,000 over there. Man, come on, bro. Dude, this is the baddest disease since AIDS. I'm talking about this killing folk right and left. AIDS ain't even, cancer don't even work that fast. Now we got some COVID-19 that they claim came from China.
I'm gonna get on the plane.
Got on the plane, said, I think I'm going to go to the States. Stayed on a vacation. Well, I don't want to leave on probation. But the question on the table is this, sister. The question on the table is this. What happened to Jeffrey Epstein? What happened to his case?
Oh, yeah.
But I guarantee you, watch this now, and whoever's still on, whoever going to listen, mark my words because it's going to happen. Soon as COVID-19 over with, you won't hear a damn thing else about Jeffrey Epstein. But I bet you'll hear a whole lot about R. Kelly. Huh? How Jeffrey Epstein get his own island? Damn. How he get his own island? You ain't gonna hear really nothing else about Jeffrey. Hell, you didn't even hear too much about Harvey Weinstein. Is they cousin or something? Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein. But that fat prick, Harvey Weinstein's supposed to be a Jew. He should be ashamed. But I guarantee you, when this epidemic is over, they're gonna haul R. Kelly ass right back in the court. So, to close our minds off of Jeffrey Epstein, see, I'm gonna tell you something. If it was him by himself, they don't care. But because he had connections to the presidency,
start dropping them names.
and Jane, he wasn't dropping them though. But he said he was gonna come out, but he wasn't dropping them. Somebody else was. Dropping name this and that one, the third. Oh man, we gotta do something about this. Pump your brakes. Something got to happen. So what they do? They send somebody in, murder this man, say he committed suicide, and then show on the news where his cell. Ain't no way you could have hung yourself. I've been up that road, so I think I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Okay? My life wasn't always rosy. Ain't no way in this here world you gonna hang yourself in your cell. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Trust me. Really? It ain't gonna happen. That ain't nothing but the devil. See there? You see that crap? That ain't nothing but the devil. This truth shall march on, Satan, so whatever. Now, they showed his roommate, this is how he first tried it, whatever. I don't believe that crap. Y'all shouldn't believe it either. Now, people coming out talking about, well, we don't know if he committed suicide. Where the marks at? Where this at? Where that at? And why y'all can't find the video? If he was on suicide watch, that camera should always work. Boom and boom. That camera should always work. Why weren't working on that day? Two guards fall asleep that supposed to have been watching at the same time. The rapture must be at here. Uh-oh. Notice how you don't hear nothing else about them guards. They paid them. Then, to shut people's mouths, here come COVID-19. Now, the world is through into a pandemic. Now they threw into a pandemic. Oh, this thing gonna kill everybody. I ain't never wore a mask. And I done been in Jacksonville. I done been here. I done been there. Oh, you playing with your life. Shut up, fool.
The little girl in Walmart.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I done been here. I done been there. I ain't get sick. Well, it probably ain't easy for you to get sick. Yes, it is. I had walking pneumonia twice. Damn near died twice. So it's very easy for me to get sick. But the Lord had already told us, if people ain't gonna listen to it, the Lord had already showed us it's a lie. It's something that the government doing to scare y'all. No, everything. I believe Trump. So you believe in a racist motherfucker. Somebody who don't care nothing about you. Somebody who got on national TV and told the people to grab him by the pussy. What the hell he doing being the president anyway? But hey, it's like, what happened to Jeffrey Epstein? I got to know what happened to him. What happened to that case? Now that the pandemic is almost over, now that the pandemic is almost over, but people still thinking that it's something in the air, they got to look for something. And I'm gonna tell you all, I love you. Oh, that's my boy on. That's Mr. Jenkins on. Okay, Mr. Piano player. Now that the pandemic is over, okay. Now that the pandemic is over, and I know, and it's been over. When it started, it was over. Okay? Now that the pandemic is over, but people still, I'm worried. And they already knew that it was going to take time for different things to open up. So what they do, we got to get us a patsy. We need to get up. Okay, what we going to do? So what they do, see, let me tell you, the Bible says that Satan will lie and wait. He will lie and wait for his opportunity.
Seeking whom he can devour.
Seeking whom he shall devour, walking to and fro. So he sits there, our government sits there, and they're either going to create or they're going to wait on something tragic to happen. Because they already know we got some stupid punk-ass police officers in this world. Okay? You got, and please don't think I'm insensitive to what happened to that young man, but I have to say and I have to speak the truth. Niggas been being murdered right and left. Tell me why Trump jumped on this one. Why he jumped on this one? See, people, y'all, man, my God, y'all need to wake up. Why he jumped on? First of all, Trump don't give a shit about a nigga. If my history is right, Trump is Klan. Or his family is. Trump don't give nothing about no nigga.
November coming up.
No, it's November coming up, and we got to do something about it. So let's get the whole world mind off of COVID-19 and watch what I tell you. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. Watch what I tell you. COVID-19 just gonna disappear like it never happened. Because now they're trying to turn the whole world to what's going on now. Outside agitators come in. See, y'all don't want to believe that our government is corrupt to the highest degree. And I'm just foolish enough to believe that they sent them people down there to create some type of hysterica. Huh? They sent them people down there. Loot this, breaking this, loot this, breaking that. Because now we got to get the world mind off of COVID-19 and let's get their mind over him. And so now that young man's death is their scapegoat. Because they don't care nothing about that. I guarantee you they don't care. We care. They don't care.
And here's another thing that people have to look at. Look at this, because as we all know, well, maybe not all of us, but most people know that it is not the popular votes that elect the president.
None.
It's what they had called the Electoral College.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to look at the states that has the most representatives and look at what happens if they look at the states that the president or someone who's about to be elected president, what states did they get involved in? South Carolina, California, Minnesota. See, these are states that have the most electoral votes.
Yep.
So therefore, these are the votes they count, because they can have the most popular votes, but if that state doesn't carry them, then they're not going to be elected president. So, as you said, look at all these black people that's being murdered. Trump ain't never come out and say nothing to. But yeah, he contacted the family of Mr. Floyd. He spoke out against Mr. Floyd. Why? It's an election year.
Yeah. And I want to see, they know who do really the voting. Niggas. They know that. But I still say y'all vote don't matter. I don't care what you say. Because they're going to elect who they want to elect. Mm-hmm. And I know that for a fact, Jack, because if I believe Bush the one stole all them votes.
Yeah, twice.
How you going to steal something and still be elected president? That right there should tell y'all something right there. How you going to steal something and still be elected president? That just show you how our government is damn corrupt. That just show you how our government is corrupt. My question will still be, what happened to Jeff Epstein? What happened to that? I told y'all They gonna try to take your mind off of, go back to my videos. They gonna try to take your mind off of Jeff Epstein and put it on something else. Because we don't need for y'all to know we dirty. Let's get rid of Jeff Epstein. Let's create us a patsy. And everything be hush hush. And like the snakes that they is, they got away with it. They got away with it. Because everybody's mind now is on COVID-19. Everybody stay home. Blah, blah, blah. And then let me tell you something. Your own government bribed the shit out y'all. Now hold up, Maurice. Now you had me at hello. How you mean the government bribed us and paid us these stimulus checks to shut you up? But they said these for people that's out of work and this and that got this much status. Why? See, our government love us. Well, can I ask you a question? If your government love you so much, why they taxing the shit out of you? Also, why is SSI no longer no good? Why is it that a man used to could retire even at the age of 40 back in the day? Now you can't retire till you're 90, seem like. Then they sit up there and give certain people stimulus checks. And then come back and say, well, some of y'all stuff gonna be cut off because of child support. Listen, niggas, they didn't want to give y'all that anyways. It was to shut you up. Why people don't understand that?
You gotta pay that back.
And then you gotta pay that back. Why? God, please tell me, Jesus, why nobody understands. Please tell me.
Watch when you file taxes next year.
Exactly. File taxes next year and watch what they take from you. They gonna take that and more. Oh, it's on interest.
Because they gonna count that.
It was for shh. Nobody don't need to know all this, okay? Shh. And we sitting up there, yo, our government love. Well, give me $1,000. Nigga, what the hell $1,000 gonna do if you got a house full of 5 or 6 wannabe rugrats? What $1,000 gonna do for you? What $1,700 gonna do for you? That's maybe back in the day, if you had $1,700, boy, you sitting good. What $1,700, $1,800, $1,000 gonna do for you? Somebody please tell me so I can tell me, because I don't get it. I don't get it. So they waited. And then these bastards capitalized off that young man's death. They exploited that young man's death. Yes, we watched the man's life be taken from him. That hurt me. As he lay calling on his mom, that means he was going out. But I believe that he's resting in the arms of our Savior. I believe this. Y'all have got to stop letting this government tell y'all what to do, how to think. Y'all got to stop this. I put up the video yesterday. I said, this reminds me of Dr. King. It was so deep into my spirit, Carol. I said, this is Dr. King. All these outside agitators coming in, looting stuff. But nobody knows that they ain't from that city. Looting stuff. Breaking into folks' stuff. Burning police cars and stuff. Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you this. Please, somebody answer this question. How you gonna get away torching a damn police car if it's not a setup? How you gonna get away with that? And then I saw the fool jumping on top of the car. How you gonna get away with this? Do you know not nary person that did what they did in Dr. King time was arrested? But these bastards arrested Dr. King. They arrested people in his entourage. They didn't even add everybody say, we don't even know who these fools is. Watch this. When Malcolm X was murdered, We all know the government had everything to do with Dr. King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers. See, nobody ain't listen to this history unless I'm trying to teach y'all something. When Malcolm X was murdered, his own Muslim brother said, we don't know these guys. Look at the documentaries. I got a lot of documentaries that I bought. Knowledge is power to me. Look at the documentaries. They said these fools come from out of some other mosque. I believe out of the mosque in New York or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Because he was killed in New York. They came from.
I just know that they came. I just know that they came from another place. New Jersey. I knew it was New something. Anyways, and the Muslims that was there at the mosque in New York said we don't know them. We don't even know who the hell they are. Period. But they was intertwined with the rest of them. They was intertwined with the rest of them. Can I ask you a question? Then I'm done with it. There has been a lot of tragedies where all the looting and stuff happened there. Okay? There's been a lot of tragedies. Why they ain't protest like that until now? That should let you know something right there. And then why is it other cities doing the same crap like Atlanta? Why is it they just sent down, seem like dozens of state troopers going down there to keep law and order? This is agitation 1964, 65, 66. They don't care. And the government is capitalizing on this mess. They're capitalizing on it.
You see, it's opening the door for martial law.
It's just like you're right. I said it. Martial law is slowly but surely creeping itself right on in. And the government loving it because now that gives them a reason to do a test run. Curfew. You got armed guards, Americans against America. You got armed guards walking. Curfew. What, nigga? Are we serious? This has been one of the worst, and we ain't even done with this year. This has been one of the worstest years I've ever seen in my life. And in my closing, what happened to Jeffrey Epstein? What happened to that case? Why nobody's talking about it really on the news media anymore? You might hear a thing or two over here, but the major news outlet, they don't have that on it no more. It's all about the murder of that young man. It's all about the COVID-19. It's no longer about Jeffrey Epstein. Now, people can say that because he dead, so why didn't he talk about it anymore? Hey, dumbass. Hey, dumbass. The reason why that they still should be talking about it? Because the names that he dropped are the names that was dropped. That's why, dumbass. That's why. If he did, he got just what he deserved. You don't rape children. So I have no remorse for you. But the reason why the case still should be marching on is because of the names that he dropped. That's why. Dumbass.
They'll fry R. Kelly, but then
exactly. They gonna cook. You know what? I had a dream a while back where R. Kelly had got 80 or 88 years. He took the plea deal. I had that dream. Swear to God I did. Swear to God I did. I just want to know what happened to the case of Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know that. Y'all, I know people don't care, but I care. What happened to the case of Jeffrey Epstein? What happened to that? I end this with a quote from Dr. King. Truth crushed to ash will rise again, and we shall overcome. My name is Maurice Munson. This has been One Man's Truth and Opinion. Appreciate you, Jenkins, man. staying on with me. And I approve this message.